Stop it. I just don't understand. Why? Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep making your desires a debate? Make your desires non-negotiable. Okay? What that means is no questions asked. We get to a point where we be debating whether or not maybe I should do this or maybe I shouldn't. And I want to tell y'all something, because I have been that person. I have been the person to be going back and forth with what I wanted. And that's why I didn't get what I desired. I didn't get what I desired because I kept going back and forth with myself. I was not only confusing myself, but I was also confusing the universe. And the universe was confused on what I actually wanted because I wasn't staying true to what I wanted to manifest. Your manifestations are not up for debate. Not with the 3D, not with people, not even with me, not even with yourself. It's either you're in or you're not. Manifestation is a very, very easy process if you make it easy. But it can be hard and complicated if you make it complicated. And the way we overcomplicate things is we start to spiral and we constantly keep telling ourselves that I can't do this. Because when we see something that's not going our way, when we think it's not shifting instantly, it doesn't shift at like a blink of an eye. Because this is where where a lot of us think, like I hear, I'll teach you how to manifest your ex within two hours. No, or a few minutes. I'm tired of seeing that BS, okay? Manifestation depends on the individual. Everyone manifests differently. Nobody manifests the same. So because it may have worked for that person within a day, doesn't mean that it might work for you in that same period. It depends on you, your subconscious beliefs, and it depends on how you feel about yourself, right? You don't need to be worthy enough to actually have what you want. You don't. You don't need to be perfect to have what you want. You don't. And you don't need to put on this facade and pretend that everything is okay. You don't. All you need to do is make a simple decision. It's not that hard. Do you want it or do you not want it? And I'm here to tell you that you do want it. You want it because it's not something that is going to fill a hole in your heart, but it's going to teach you about who you are. It's going to actually make you see things in a different way. You're no longer going to be operating at a low vibrational state. You're going to be operating at a 4th dimensional state, a 5D state, baby. People cannot mess with you. And in that time, your third eye might be open like, hello, I see it all. I see so many people constantly talking about how, you know how many people in my circle of friends I don't talk to half of the time about stuff like this? Because they are operating on a low frequency. I don't like to talk to people who operate on a low frequency. Manifestation is real, whether you believe it or not. And I'm not going to sit here and go into a whole story about manifestation. How was it founded? What is the secret? You make the decision. You make the choice. This is your life. No one is going to make the choice for you. You are the operant power. So do not allow anyone to tell you that let me tell you this because I was actually reading this off of ChatGPT. When I was talking to ChatGPT was telling me how a lot of people, there's people in this day of age where they think, they ask, like, how is it that you could love someone who's not even there? Like, that doesn't make sense. What? You're crazy. You're delusional. You know, I used to think that you have to be delusional to manifest, but the truth is you're not delusional. You're not like everybody else. Okay? You're not creating small, like you're not thinking small, okay? You're not thinking small. You're thinking big, and it's nothing wrong with thinking big. It's nothing wrong with wanting more. It's nothing wrong with that. We live in a society and like in this world or just in a world, period, where people like to just think small and then they stay there because that's their comfort zone. We're not comfortable. When you're manifesting, that is an uncomfortable thing to do. Because if you've never done it and if you've never applied it yourself, then of course you're going to be spiraling. You're going to be thinking, I can't do this. But this is what's going to teach you about self-love. This is what's going to teach you about who you really are. Connect you with your higher self. You cannot focus on what everybody else is telling you. You cannot keep constantly debating with your desires of whether or not you want them. Because this is how you're not going to receive them. The rest of the world is going to say, like Neville said, the rest of the world can say what they want. The rest of the world can talk about you. The rest of the world can laugh at you. And that's totally fine. But as long as you know in your heart, as long as you visualized it, you've seen it, you already, because you're the blueprint. Okay? You're the blueprint. And you know for a fact, I have this feeling, I know it's real. Because the universe doesn't operate off of words. The universe operates off of feeling. And if you've seen my last video a couple years ago, I made a video talking about how the universe operates off of feeling. If you are feeling lack, if you are feeling desperation, if you're feeling a void, then you're not going to receive what you want. If you are confused and you're constantly telling yourself, okay, it is real. Okay, I seen something. It's not real. I can't do this. Then you're not going to manifest what you want. You're not. You know, I had a friend of mine tell me something, and it was regarding a topic. And the topic was about one of my manifestations. And, you know, of course, my friend had said something that probably the old version, which is the old man, would have, you know, reacted. I did not react. I decided to go in and affirm the new reality and continue to be firm in what, be consistent in what I want. I decided to say, no, this is my new reality, because now my dominant thoughts are, I am chosen, I am prioritized, I am loved, I am seen, I am valued, I am respected. And I don't need that to be reflected back to me, although I know it's going to reflect back to me because it does in my reality. But however, I don't need that validation because I'm not looking for that. See, the old me would have reacted. The old me would have been like, you know what? Maybe she's right. But why would I be giving my power to somebody else? Why would I be handing my power over to another individual? This is my reality. I can have whatever the fuck I want. And if I say that it's mine, then it is mine. And that's not to be egotistical. That's not to come from what is they say your ego, right? Okay, that's not coming from ego. That's standing in my power, and that's me saying that yes, I can have it is what I desire because it is already mine and it is already done because I have applied the law of assumption. And if you watch my previous videos, I've worked with both the law of assumption and law of attraction. So I have applied the law. I know the secret. Absolutely. So this is where I tell you, make the choice, make the decision, and stand on it. You do not need permission from the rest of the world. The permission is from you. Your subconscious is waiting on you. Your subconscious is like, hey, you know, what's up? Like, no, I'm so serious. Like, it's like the universe is telling you, like, if you want this, then I will give it to you. But are you going to trust in me, or are you going to believe in the outside noise? Are you going to continue to live your life live your life how it's living, how they say, consistently let things happen to you? Are you always going to live it like that? Are you always going to think of your life being negative? Because I think Maya Angelou, Maya Angelou did say it, but she said it in a different way. Because they say life is happening through you. It's not happening to you. So yes, our internal beliefs and the thoughts that we have, and if we have dominant negative thoughts about our job, about people, about the world, and just everything in general, then we're going to experience that. If you want to experience a world where you are treated right, where you are loved, where people look at you, take one look at you and like, you fine. If you want to experience that, then you have to change those thoughts. You have to change your thought pattern. And that may start with you doing a mental diet. Now, I'm not here to BS you and give you advice, and give you say some BS and say, hey, you know what? You can manifest your specific person. I'll teach you how to manifest your SP in 5 minutes. No, because let's be real. Time is an illusion. Time does not matter. When you're manifesting your specific person, when you're manifesting anything, it does not matter. Because even if you said that you wanted your specific person on your birthday and they came the next day, you not finna trip, because it still happened, right? Exactly. So this is where I tell you guys, do not negotiate your desires. They're not up for debate. Don't debate it with me. Don't debate it with yourself. And damn sure don't debate it with the universe. Because if you are firm in your belief and you know this is what you want, then why even go back and forth with yourself? For what? This is your life. You are the creator of your reality. You are the author of your book. You are teaching people and you are scripting out how people should act in your reality, how they act towards you, what the things that they say. This is your movie. So stop trying to write for somebody else's story or try to be in someone else's story and start writing your own story, because you are the director. You are the director of this play. All you need to do is give people their roles and say, this is the role I want you to play. And you will watch it get real. You can have anything in this world. Nothing is impossible. And even if it seems impossible, it will always be possible. Because Neville said it, with God, all things are possible. And with man, all things are possible. So shift your identity, make the choice, because it is no debate when it comes to what you want. This is your world, baby. Own it.